Good morning. How are you? We are in the first full week of April, I feel like. So I'm so happy to be here. I know it's been a while since I've done a live, um, especially in the morning. So really looking forward to being here with you this morning. We're going to do the weekly guidance. I actually pulled a couple cards off camera, which were legends: learn from those who inspire you, and choices, make the best choices. So I really feel like this week, one of the big messages, make the choice that you're inspired to make, not the safe choice, not the choice that others would want you to make, but the choice that you're feeling really called to make. Because if you look on this card, there is a salamander, which we know is a protector. So that's why I feel like whatever choice you want to make this week, the desire, the direction you want to go in, the things that you want to do that light you up, your goals, your inspiration, that it's time. It's time to go in that direction. So we're going to dig into this. So good morning, everyone. I'm Melissa L. Watkins, evidential medium, integrated energy therapy, master instructor, angelic color therapy, level 1. Just some really good things going on here, and I wanted to share them all with you. So I thought we would do some updates and we would do a reading, and really exciting stuff going on. So this Saturday, I'll actually be teaching the intermediate level of integrated energy therapy in person. Unfortunately, all these classes have to be done in person. So I want my students to know I have your books. Everything came in the mail. So we've got everything we need for class on Saturday. Really looking forward to that. And if you're interested in integrated energy therapy or want to take the certification classes, I'm actually doing a weekend in, I believe, August. Yeah, August, I believe the 4th, 5th, and 6th, or 6th, 7th, and 8th. Anyway, the first weekend in August, I'm going to be doing Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday. So it's kind of a, you'll get basic, intermediate, and advanced levels, which is all I can teach. And then I will give you information for the master instructor that's in my area in Rochester, Sheila Tillich. And she does master instructor weekends a couple times a year, and all that information can be found at sheilatillich.com. But anyway, that's what we've got going on. So I'm really looking forward to that. So we've got, so if you are new here, welcome. Please like, subscribe, and share, and check out my website for more information on integrated energy therapy if that's something that you would be interested in. We are doing the weekend in August. I did it in the summer months. So for those of you who may be traveling from out of the area, or we have a lot going on during the school year. So that is for those of you who have been wanting to take the certification classes, or maybe you're just coming to wanting to take the certification classes, however that's working out. So that will be in August. I do have a couple of local hotels here, and I also have, we're called the Finger Lakes region, so I know there's a lot of B&Bs, which would be maybe a little more inexpensive for a couple nights. But anyway, that's what we got going on here. And then really, really excited. Whew, it's coming, guys. We're going to do virtual in June, and then we're going to do in person in September, October, and that is going to be, are you ready? Are you ready? My online course. So my online course is not a course that you purchase and take. This is an online course where we meet 6 sessions for an hour and a half on Sundays at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be doing my course, and I have titled it. If you go to the event section on my website, you'll see they're already there. And I'm really excited because this is Awaken Your 5D Codes and Access Your Medium, Psychic, or Channeling Abilities. So this is the foundational course with practices, with meditations that we'll be doing together in class, with practices we'll be doing in class together, with the foundational information. And we're going to do that in June for 6 weeks. It's 5 weeks of instruction, and the last week is if you wanna show up for certification. And for certification, I will basically ask you to, use your gifts. Use your gifts. So I'm really looking forward to that. We're going to do it online and we're going to do it in person. The thing to know is that it is going to be limited seating in both because you're getting me and I only have so much energy to go around. So it's going to be 12 seats in the online forum and then it will be 6 seats in the in-person session. So I'm really looking forward to that. If it's something you're interested in, go to my website to the event section and you can get more information. I'm also going to be doing more in-depth video where I will go into what each of the 6 weeks entails and might even do like a live that might even be a live with questions and answers for those of you who are like, is this for me? Am I ready? And if you're asking those questions, the answer is yes. If you're finding this, the answer is yes, because the intention is always who needs me finds me. And for those of you ready to step into your evidential medium skills, your psychic ability for yourself, your channeling ability to receive messages from your higher self or from the galactic, however you want to use your connection to spirit, that's what this course is designed for. And we're going to awaken those 5D codes, awaken that 5D, the codes that are within your DNA at the cellular level. So yeah, that's what we got going on. Really looking forward to it. However, this week you're going to be asked to make choices. This week you're going to ask to be step into who has inspired you, what has inspired you, and knowing that it's time, that whatever you're being inspired to do, it is time to do it. And that's why you're protected. So let's dig into this, shall we? Let's dig into this. Good morning. Good morning, those of you watching live. Good morning, Cynthia. Good morning, those of you watching on the replay. So excited to be here with you. So before we go into the tarot, I actually saw the Star Code Astro Oracle by Heather Roan Robbins, and this was calling me. So I used the Mystical Wisdom by Gay Guthrie. It was just an interesting morning. Like the cards that were being called to used, very different than what I thought we would be using. And I think that has to do with the fact that we have a full moon this week. So there is a full moon pick a card coming on Wednesday. And then we're in the middle of the eclipses, right? We're in the eclipse corridor. So I wanted to pull some of these Star Code Astro Oracle just to see what Spirit wanted to bring through about what you're experiencing. I hope you can hear me okay. I didn't really pull my microphone around. But what you're experiencing in the in this corridor, basically in this corridor. So let's take a look at that in for this week. All right, so here we are. I think this is like the first full week in April, and I don't know, guys, but I really need these temperatures to raise. Getting up still in the 30s and 40s, getting a little disconcerted. So I'm actually going to bundle up and I'm going to go outside and I'm going to sit in the sun, even though it's like literally maybe 41 degrees here. I actually put on some heavy sweatpants so I can go out and I won't freeze. I won't be out long, but I want to get out and get some sunshine on me, get my feet on the ground. Yeah, so I hope you're doing well wherever this finds you from. And if you're in a warmer climate, could you send some heat my way? The sun seems to be shining, but it's not warming up. I actually talked to my cousin in North Carolina this past week, and she's like, it's already been up into the 80s, and they were actually expecting more of that kind of weather this week, and I was a little jealous. Not gonna lie, a little envy going on. Okay. Sagittarius, yeah, it's time to expand. This energy, this quarter that we're in is all about the expansion of you, the expansion of your purpose, the expansion of your life. This is about going towards your dreams and your goals and, really expanding yourself out of the old story, expanding yourself out of the old paradigm story of I don't deserve, things never go right for me, I don't ever find the right person, relationship doesn't work out for me, I'm not lovable. Whatever that story is that you have been living for a while, that's what this eclipse season is doing. Is it's really pushing you beyond your boundaries. So in some way, you're kind of being expanded, and so they're asking you to lean into that expansion because playing small like isn't it's not where it's at anymore. It's not where it's at. So you're really being asked to look at where your limitations are. And those are the limitations you've been placing on yourself. Maybe limitations that have been placing on you by others, but those wouldn't affect you so much if you weren't placing limitations on yourself. And I feel like that this is what this energy this week is helping you do, is kind of see what limits you're putting on yourself because it's easier, because it's where you have felt comfortable, where you have felt safe and stable. So something is coming in this week to offer you a choice, to offer you the opportunity to expand, right? And that's what spirit wants you to do. They want you to know that you're safe. You're safe to go in this new direction of the choice. You're safe to expand because they're showing you that you're not alone, that you are protected. And that protection is not going anywhere. I feel like this protection that you're receiving is protection that is going to stay with you as you move forward because you're stepping into a new story, you're stepping into a new timeline, you're stepping into new deservedness, new lovability. You're stepping into and away from feeling like the victim. You're stepping away from you've been stepping through all of these limitations for a couple of years now. A couple of years now. I'm hearing the year 2021. So for the last 4 years, 3 and a half, you've been being nudged, pushed out of your comfort zone because it's time, it has been time, it is time for you to move forward, for you to receive, for you to have what you want. Good morning, Kristen. Good morning. We'll get up to 71 today. I will. Oh, thank you. That's all I want. 10 degrees. That's all I want. Yeah, your old story is falling by the wayside. And even when you try to step back into your old story, it doesn't work. It, it doesn't feel comfortable. It feels like that old outfit that you wore a decade ago that looked really super cute on you, but your body's changed a little bit. It doesn't even mean you've gained weight. It just means your body's changed a little bit. And the way it looks is it's not as flattering as it was. It's not as cute as it was. And part of that is because you don't feel cute. You feel more mature. You feel more experienced. You feel like you want something more. And that's what I'm getting this week, that this expansion is helping you to feel like you want something more, right? And Spirit is coming through to say that it's time for you to choose the something more because you're protected. It's time for you to have the something more. That all of those old stories, they've fallen away. And I think that this energy is helping you to even recognize they've fallen away. Like for some of you, you haven't even realized it's fallen away until you try to step back into it. And Spirit's like, yeah, no, no, yeah. Because it's time. It's time for us to have balance. And this is what this energy is bringing us. It's bringing us into balance. And so some things have to fall away. Some things have to feel uncomfortable. Some things have to feel like they don't work anymore. Really, at the end of the day, you're just different. You're just not that same version of yourself. And for some of you, it's in this corridor of these eclipses that you realize I'm not the same. I don't make decisions the same. I don't want the same things. I'm not buying the same story from anyone else and myself. So getting balance, getting balance. Okay. So now that we got those messages, I think it's time to dig into this a little deeper this week. And I am going to use the lunar tarot just because we are in a moon period and we're going to be coming into the full moon energy in just a day or so. Because remember, full moon energy is 3 days before and then 3 days post. So, oh, awesome, Kristen. Oh, hey, cliche. Yes, I'm back. I got up this morning and I was like, so if you didn't notice, I dropped the generation video this yesterday. Really, it went really well. And Cynthia, I think you may be onto something. Maybe there are going to be some companion pieces to that because I did feel my energy waning at the end of it. And then of course, you get inspiration as you're reflecting on things. And so yeah, there may be some companion pieces to that. We'll see. Maybe I'll break the generations out into their separate videos. I kind of felt like maybe that's what I should have done, and then I wouldn't have my energy wouldn't have waned because I would have done it over a series of days. So we'll see. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. And then I do have the pick a card for this full moon, Libra full moon coming out on Wednesday. So let's dig into this and see where this is going. See what this Lunar Tarot by Jane Wallace wants to bring to us. All right, here we go. First one out. Yeah, look at that. All right, yeah, there's going to be a decision this week. You've got it, and not only that, but you have to make the choice this week. I feel like there's no not making the choice this week. I feel like whatever the decision is, go towards what you want. Don't overthink it. Know that you're protected by choosing the thing that maybe isn't the most accepted. Maybe it's not the one that everybody wants you to go towards. Maybe it's the thing that you've been afraid of. Whatever it is, it's time to make the decision. Yeah, so have some contemplation today, tomorrow, beginning of the week. Definitely, you want to, it just made me think of Rory Gilmore's pro-con lists, right? So contemplation, really looking at all sides, all angles. But I think more than that, it's about really looking at how do I feel? What do I want? What do I believe? Where am I being guided? Where am I being, where have I been defensive? Where have I been fighting against the stream? Where am I not going with the flow because I'm afraid to, because I've never done that before, because that's very different. If it's easy, I feel like something's going to go wrong. So where am I getting in my own way, thinking the other shoe is going to drop if I do the thing that really lights me up, if I do the thing that really takes me one step closer to my goal or my dream, because the dream has always felt so unattainable, so out of my comfort zone, so out of my realm of possibility. And I feel like Spirit is saying, but it's not. Nope. This is the week where you're getting the inspiration that is helping you step into the motivation. This motivation that's coming in is helping to propel you forward. And to be honest with you, I think I already felt it because yesterday I did 2 videos, one very long video, and I still had energy for the second video that I recorded. And now here I am this morning. So yeah, I feel like there's something in this full moon energy that's, even though full moons are typically about endings, I'm feeling energized by this corridor that we're in between these eclipses of getting going and restarting in a new way, but restarting and reinventing and just really moving forward. So the motivation is coming in this week to help you, the energy helping you to make the choice and decision that you want to make. This card has really been sitting there. Yeah. So there's something coming in this week that's going to bring you balance and harmony. So this balance and harmony that's coming in is helping you to make the new decision, go in the new direction, do what you want, make the choice that you need to make from that balanced and harmonious place. So things really starting to fall into line. And again, for some of you where it's never fallen into line before, that's going to feel like, oh my God, something's going to give, right? Something's going to break, something. No. And to be honest with you, you're not that same version of yourself. So even if you have an obstacle or a challenge or something does break, it's going to be simply, you have to just address it. It's going to be overcomable. in such an easier way than ever before. And case in point, I'll give you an example. So, a year ago this month, I bought my used car. And of course, when you buy a used car, you buy the other person's problems, right? And some of that's supposed to be taken care of when they kind of run it through the shop and inspect it and get it ready for you. But there's going to be things, right? That it's not a brand new car. It's got a few miles on it. And so, I actually knew that I had an exhaust leak, and I made the appointment to get the exhaust leak fixed, but I thought, "It's just an exhaust leak. I'll still drive it because that's what I do," right? I'm always pushing the boundaries, guys. You probably know this already. And so, I got to the place I was going, and I drove it a little hard because I like to drive. I enjoy driving. So if I can really, get out there and move, I'm good. But it overheated because of the exhaust leak. It wasn't able to cool the engine the way that it needed to, and it kind of overheated my car. And I was like, "Oh shoot, I don't need, something horrible to happen." So I had it towed right to the garage that I've got the appointment for Thursday, and there it sits. And the money dropped in the bank last week for me to be able to pay for it easily. And I was like, what would have been chopping me off at the knees 5 years ago because I didn't have money in the bank. I didn't have safety and stability. I didn't know how to manifest. I didn't stay in high vibrational frequency. That something like this, I would have been in tears. I wouldn't have called the tow truck. I would have called my mom. I would have cried. I would have been desperate. I would have been fearful. It would have been horrible. It would have been horrible. I wouldn't have been able to just go with the flow. Take it in stride. Okay, so my car overheated and it's got to go to the shop and I need to stop driving it until it gets fixed. And, I've got the money to fix it. It's going to be okay. I still don't know how much it's going to be, but I feel confident, right? I feel confident that I will be able to overcome this very easily. And I feel like that's what this energy is helping you do. It's not that you're not going to have obstacles and challenges. I'm not giving you some pie in the sky reading that everything is rainbows and unicorns, right? No, we still have obstacles and challenges, but the version of you that you are now is not the version of you that was in survival mode, that was in trauma, right? And even if you're like, well, I still am, you are maybe, but not to the degree that you were, because these energies, as I hit my keyboard, these energies in the past 4 years have been raising your frequency little by little, right? That now you are in more harmony with the universe. And so now you can manifest your needs. And that's why they're asking you to make this choice this week to go in the direction that you want to go in, that you deserve to go in, because it's time. And everything you need is going to be revealed to you, how you're going to overcome your challenges, what you're going to do, what choice you're going to make. Like, it's all being revealed to you. All you have to do is stay in the flow, stay in connection with your higher self, stay in connection, have the faith, stay in surrender, stay in gratitude. But this week, the revelation is coming in. What you need is going to be revealed to you. And so for some of you, the choice is going to be made for you because it's going to be revealed to you. You just have to have the courage and the faith to grab on, to grab on, to grab on. Yes, Kristen, exactly. Oh, awesome. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning, those of you watching on the replay, because I know I popped on unexpectedly. So I'm sorry if I missed you. But definitely hit the like button on my page on Facebook to get notified when I go live. And also you can hit the notification bell on YouTube. Same thing, okay? Especially when I drop new videos, which we've been doing. So it's all good. All right. So I'm going to round this out with an angel message by Kyle Gray. So let's see what the advice for us is. I feel like these are the advice cards from Spirit. Oh, and I feel like we got to have... So yes, for those of you just tuning in, there's events on my events page. So if you're someone that wants to work with me, you can always book me through my website. There's another way to get a hold of me in the description box here, where you can work with me. And then the intermediate certification class will be this Saturday. And for those of you who don't want to take all the certification classes, there will be a weekend, first weekend in August. So we will do that. That's all the information is on the event page on my website, melissaalwatkins.com. And then also, we got the course back, guys. Awaken your 5D codes, step into your mediumship, your channeling, your psychic ability, however you want to call it, whatever you want to call it, however you want to use it. That is coming virtually. We will be doing 6 weeks in June. Sundays at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Only 12 seats for that because it is me for an hour and a half on a Zoom meeting. And then we will do the in-person version of that in September, October. And that will be limited to 6 people here in Auburn. So check that out on my website if that's something you've been interested in taking from me in the past. It was the past mediumship course that I did, and it's been revamped to kind of include just your 5D codes, however you're receiving your information and whatever you want to do with it, your extra senses. And I will be giving you the foundation to help to activate them. And I'm looking forward to that. So, oh, thank you, Cynthia. Thank you. All right. So here we go. Oh, yep. Look at that, learning experience and transformation. And that's really what I feel like they're telling you. This is what you've been going through for a while now to get you to this corridor of this eclipse season where you now step into what it is that you're wanting, desiring, feeling your purpose is, not willing to play small anymore because you've been transforming. You have been learning, and you're going to continue to learn, and you're going to continue to have learning experiences that help you in this transformation. But don't think that it hasn't begun yet, because I do feel like it's been going on now for a while. It's been going on for, well, they gave me the year 2021. So very, and for many of us, it's been going on for decades. But I feel like for the masses, for people who don't even know about spiritual awakening, it's slowly been encroaching into their energetic etheric bodies for the past 3 to 4 years, with all of the light codes coming in from the sun and the activations that we've all been receiving. And some people have been leaning into the activations and some people have not. But hey, Darlene, I know it's been a minute. I'm so sorry. But yeah, that's what's going on this week, is you're really starting to step into the transformations that have been going on consciously and unconsciously within you at the DNA level, at the cellular level. And you're now responding to things differently. You're feeling things differently. And this week, you're going to be asked to make a decision. And through this new balance and harmony that you've been receiving, it's time to go in the direction you're being called to go in. So, yeah. All right. So in the description box, melissaalwatkins.com, if you want to find out more about the in-person and the virtual events that I've got going on, definitely check my website out in the events tab. Yeah, you are protected, Zach. That was the very first message that came out. So definitely feel free to watch the replay and the beginning of this, because we're protected. And that came through very, very clearly. And you can always call in your protection. But if you're living in high vibration, if you're staying out of the fear, if you're staying out of the distraction, if you're staying out of the pitfalls, and you're coming from a place of compassion and you're living in love, you're living in gratitude, you're discerning, that's natural protection. The lower frequencies can't touch you. They don't even know you're there because you're so far above them. even if they're aware of you, it's still not an energetic connection they can make. So, um, thank you for that, Zach. I appreciate it. All right. So, with that being said, guys, I'm sending you so much love and so many blessings, of course. Definitely check out the new video I dropped yesterday on what messages Spirit is bringing you by your generation. So, from baby boomers all the way to Gen Alpha. You're welcome. Um, and then I've got the pick a card coming for the Libra full moon in a couple of days. Yeah, it's all good. Things are rocking and rolling. So for my faithful friends, thank you for showing up this morning. Totally appreciate it. Those of you who are just finding me, welcome. And I'm going to send you blessings and gratitude for this week. Thank you so much, and we'll talk soon, guys.